off on these. So quite a bit of add requested real quick. Like this. Asked if I would. This dog, yeah. Oh. Knock out. And it's nice. That's better. Everything, but so the thing, it's patterning. There. Smooth. Sure. Brush a smidge. Y'all. House. Chapin. Again, I'm just gonna save myself some time. Go. So, the thing I like about this program is it doesn't name a stack of layers after the top layer. It names it after the first layer selected. So that's interesting and thing. But let's see. Put the detail bits here. Like super straight. When it comes to patterning, to me, so I try to squiggly type tiny stuff. I don't know. Seems a good idea to me. It's less man-made. I don't know. It's hard to. For the eyebrow, eye spots. They're basically a bit more of a fur look instead of just a round circle of them. In reality, it is just like a round circle, but also in reality, they have thicker fur than him visually. There we go. There's the pop, right? Real quick. He said not. I'm on that. Heck of it. So now we're just hide that. Did a lot of time. Some flour. So it's this one. See, and I did that. Actually, just watched a tutorial drawing. By legendary Chris Garber. This looks a million times better than what I have right here. There we go. That's what I put in here. I don't have it. It's on it. Already made. It's crazy. Simple. Two. That already like improved. This is a really sign. Really want. That would be just some farther. All of it. Again, like just those tweaks already make it look better. Just like here. Right now, let's flower. All of these I did. All of these I did with reference, but no tracing of anything, just sketching. see. Beautiful one. Just kind of transition up. Down. Okay. Go in here. So lilies are going to be straight on. Are we? Oh, happening. I thought it was erasing. Not erasing. Sometimes when I go off the type something, search, do that. Pretty much select like the background color for some. Entirely happens. Actually, I'm not sure. Set entirely. But it does. So. So it's really interesting, but the lilies kind of just transition from the stem to the flower pretty gradually. I guess. Interesting to note. Smith. On a smidge. Fix that little spot. I like about kind of the not difficult to draw. They don't have to be really straight and perfect looking, which is nice. To have it. I don't know. Let's see. So this is where it's. Give it a smidge. There we go. That way we still get that tip of the petal separation. One bit. Boom. Not quite. Yeah. Yeah. That's not bad. If you're first time here, don't say that a lot. I don't hate that. Because sometimes that's the best you got. Sometimes it's just, oh, I don't hate it. Sometimes you love it. Sometimes you just don't hate it. That's fine. Not everything that gets done is going to be amazing. But as long as you don't hate it, that's really good in the long run. It's much better than sitting there and beating something to death, still not liking it. Learned personally. Sometimes you just gotta let the idea go and take what you get. Sometimes you're just not prepared enough artistic journey to complete what you have in your mind. Doesn't mean you'll never be able to do it. It just means right now it's out of your wheelhouse, and that's okay. Sometimes you just gotta let it ride. Got close. Sometimes getting close is, like I said, the best you can do, and that is perfectly. Especially when you're trying something new. Don't even trip on. I think I'll do that on a separate layer. So what I'm going to do is, like with dogs, I do general line work in the detail layer where I'll put in like iris shine on the eye, any patterning on a separate layer from my generic line work, so I can kind of adjust those things independently. Nice, handy situation. This layer, just throw that detail layer, so it's not the actual. Decide that I want that easy to get rid of. So now, here, try and do this striation. Oh, I like it. Okay, let's hit that. No. I'll have to look at flower pictures again, but so now I'm just going in and putting in these striation lines, flowers. Yes. Just kind of seeing how some of them. The first one looks really nice. I don't know about this. This one I'm gonna undo. That one's kind of it's a side. Actually, yeah, so we're gonna that and we'll do this side. And it just gives it a little bit more life, but having a little bit more three-dimensionality to what's going on. slight. Also awkward to maybe a little out. Yeah, okay. I don't mind that at all. I like this one. Up there. Okay, so then that's what it was. Like that. Tweet. So it's really trying to roll with there we go. That's what you've done as far as like outer lines, contours. You want to kind of match that with inner lines for the petals since they are following the same direction and all that. So definitely something to keep in mind. Flowers. That is way too big. Doesn't have to be dead on what's happening. That's silly. Oh. It's here. Pops out. Maybe. No, I don't like. Oh, oh, hey, Gypsy Reaper. Thank you. Welcome. Appreciate it. A lot trying to figure stuff out sometimes. I think we got a good. That bottom one. One. This is where it's going to get off. Good enough. That's actually this one. This one's kind of nice. Basically a straight shot. It's helpful. Ready for this last one though. All right, so now we have petals kind of set up. It's pretty too bad. And I need to put in stamen or pistol, something. But not happening. Something, one of those two. I think it's kind of just couple, probably civic. Probably the same amount, number of petals. That's expensive. That would have been insane. So kind of what I'm doing is Easter Lily. So I've gone a little overboard with the hello. Going a teaser. A little overboard with the line petals. Like they're just center petal. Might, I don't know. Looks like there's two. It's kind of center of. I mean, there's striations through it. It's fine. So I'm gonna do. Put in the stamen, pistol. Or should be 6 or 7. commission. All right. Do this on hold. Makes it easier. It's a lot easier to erase parts. Okay, so let's see. Throw in. Really, it's just super simple. It's basically just like a little curve to some of them. Why is that so bad? So I'm just going to copy that, slide it over slightly, it just helps. There we go. So good. And so, and then I'm sweet. It's not bad. Just for the heck. Smooth. This one. But this one. Why not? Control-G. Let's flip. There. It's 5. G. Yeah. All right, so then these are all that one be this. This. I'm gonna need part is not super exciting. That's the first one. It's out. See. Better. All right, so then looks better. This one. All of that. Sorry about that. Oh, no worries. Welcome, welcome. Happen. Okay. Good. Yeah, I'm much happier with how the lily came. Tulips are interesting. And really, again, another really simple. Tulip. They just kind of have a straight stem and explode out. Top there. Don't really we have most of them. Either one of them. Doesn't even always do it. And so all right, so tulip. Sometimes. And color. It's a very interesting. When it comes down. And all of these flowers that I've chosen, meanings associated with them, off the top of my head, all what they are. But I know they all have very specific meaning. Flower culture. I have a hard time drawing, so I just don't do it. Oh, believe me, I am not great. If you look at this peony I did, not great. The lily actually came out really nice. The peony, this carnation, not so much. Adding the leaves to the peony actually makes it look a little bit nicer. And I added this line here today, so give it a little bit more personality. But I need to redo that entirely. Same with the carnation. I did not. well. The Lily on actually came out pretty darn, so that's good. Again, I'm not really working from reference at this point. I referenced for sketching, but fairly especially for things I'm not particularly great at. Cars. Like, I used a reference picture for the Supernatural tarot cards for both the humans in the picture and the car. For both pictures of the car, the Impala. Just, I used photo reference, or at least the sketching. Also, definitely use photo reference for the car drawing. I was working off my sketch, but I was also using photos, a photo for each of those. As I am not particularly skilled at those things. Drawing mechanical type objects. Really, it's just a matter of trying, really putting some effort into something. You have to want to do it too. It's weird. So I really not good with mechanical art. Like machines, robots, those kind of things, not really my cup of tea. But I absolutely love cars. I love the Impala from Supernatural, and I really want to do these fan art pieces. So that's really the only reason why it worked, as far as I'm concerned. If it was something else, I've tried to draw cars before, and I've given up. So if you really like the subject, that will make a difference, I feel like, personally. So that's something to think about. Because, yeah, it's not going to be easy by any stretch of mission to do that, but want to do it so much that you kind of just push through that. In my opinion, that's the reason that worked for me. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that's what you have to do, but it is good to work on things that you're not as well. Art should be fun, though. I will put that down. 100% art. You should enjoy your art. Did do that on the. Wait, erase that. Back. Yeah, same thing. Like I said, I'm not big on mechanical things, but I really like the show. Huge fan, so really wanted to do these tarot card fan art pieces, and I have a whole bunch of them. I want to do a whole deck at some point. If I will ever get that done, say that sure will ever happen. Oops. No, that's not here. I don't know. Oh, double copied it. All right. Yeah. So the idea. would be yeah, to have a whole deck at some point, which I'm super happy with that. But I also know if that never happens, it's not a big deal. Which is why I started with certain cards that involved the Impala, because again, the Impala is amazing. Are integral part of the whole story. I really wanted to feature her heavily. Just a couple cards. Did that. Those 2 cards specifically as first. Sounds super to get through. Can't even figure out what I'm trying to say. Nice. Welcome. Stem over here. So, hi Callie, how are you doing? But yeah, so that's why I decided to do the Impala in the first few cards. That way, like, if it went really poorly, at least I attempted it. It actually went really well. That's good. So kind of, so it either would have gone poorly and I got it out of the way, and at the very least I tried. Probably would have never continued the set, or it went really well and it kind of made me excited and pushed me forward. So that's kind of what happened. At some point, like I said, I want to do a whole deck. But I at least tried. That's fun. So let's see. Tulips are, like I said, another really simple flower. Not a whole heck of a lot to them. Honestly, that's pretty much what I should do. Should. Not like a detail like so what I'm gonna see, looking at one that smaller. There we go. Better. It gives it a little bit more life than I had before, which is dull. Makes it a bit more rose-like. I don't know if I really look at that, but I mean, smash. Alright, so I think that will this flower once I get this kind of. I probably should have done outer petals on to wear it. Something that's kind of interesting. I can only rotate when I hit the pen/pencil. So you can't rotate the image. It's kind of a bummer, but could also paint with transparency option instead of the erase option, which is a really good option if you use softer brushes instead of pen, pencil instead of pen, brushes, brush brushes, or pencil brushes, erasing with the same intensity, same brush, or drawing to the pen. Using the pen tool, specific one I'm using now, not a lot different than using eraser, so it doesn't. But this instance where I want to rotate, can't eraser, but transparency. Also, if you are using the mirroring ruler, the symmetry ruler in this program, if you erase, it does not erase on both sides. But if you use the paint with transparency, it will do adjust on both. So that's another thing to think about when you're okay, that gives this flower a touch more life to it now. Should be up higher. Also, it's be up a little higher. Right? Slide, smidge. Yeah. All right. Here. What's that about? All right. All right. Boom. All right, that matches up. Much better. Okay. Yeah, see, now they're kind of the same size petal at least. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Ooh, sunflower and my peony. It's very interesting. Peonies, carnations, marigolds kind of look similar. At least when you do a really quick sketch, they look similar. Very different flowers, but That keeps going up. Friend sending. Sunflower, another one that's pretty full setup. Made it kind of small here. Like, I know there are different versions of sunflowers. Like, there certainly are some with smaller center faces. Wider. I'm thinking a little wide face, smaller petals. Looks a lot more like a dandelion. The flowers you have to find a way to make. That seem to find. Yeah, I'm sorry, I see that earlier, but 100%. So if you look at the tulip here, looks really flat. This almost looks really flat, but then drew down. I adjusted from my sketch, which helps. Here again, adding that like turned up leaf, adding this small line here, small line there, small line there, gives it more of a three-dimensionality to it. Shading also really helps once you get into that part of the art. But you'd be surprised what a curved line right place can do. Here, I added this. Same on this one. Add curve to that. Makes that look like it's behind the rest of the flower, or the rest of the petal. This one's odd shape, like either it's kind of coming to a point over here, or the point is behind it, flattened out. Context clues, other flower petals, or when I added in the lines, the striations, and the pistils, stamen, I don't know. Off the top of my head. That adds another layer of three-dimensionality to it. And if you come over here, that's not very three-dimensional. Look that in just today. I'm gonna have to redo this whole flower, especially this kind of this. Very top down, very flat. Again, and also throwing these leaves in really helpful. Just little things. Y'all. So I'm going to do a little bit more of a traditional sunflower. I don't know what the picture even was that I was working on the sketch for. But I'm gonna throw in wide pull on this. And I'm going to definitely detail layer, a lot different. Let's rotate this. Better thing here. I have more trouble with sunflowers than anything. It just doesn't seem. So, yeah. So, I mean, the simple flowers are kind of hard. It's really weird. Rosebuds, tulips, things that are kind of tight are difficult to try and give three-dimensionality to. And things that are flat, like a sunflower, very flat flower. One thing that could help is drawing them at certain angles, more angled than just straight on like this. So if you had it angled and kind of off to the side, yeah, kind of like this, then you have that. You have more of an ellipse shape for that center. Have a little bit more happening with the petals because they're at a slightly different angle, and it will look. It might not look good until you get to like shading and stuff, but try and draw exactly what you're seeing, and if it looks weird, once you get to that shading point, then things kind of start to look better, or coloring or whatever you're doing with it. So I'm doing a straight on, so it's going to be a little bit off looking probably. Yeah, big fan of, especially with like flowers and stuff that you're not familiar with, references. And if you're practicing, tracing is going to help you. Your hand will remember things the more you do it. So if you really have a hard time, you want to trace images of flowers to build up called a mental library, I guess. Artist, you build a mental library, and that will help. So right now I'm not really working off any reference for this right now. So what, and this is all wrong. The petals in the back there are all wrong. What I'm going to do, I'm going to start really petals, and because that's not right. Really weird. So I'm going to just copy. It's not half bad. But yeah, tracing in general, not a good idea. I mean, like if you're doing art for someone or something, I would not recommend tracing. But if you're just trying to figure something out and learn, tracing is not a bad thing. Tracing perfectly acceptable for learning purposes. And it's building up that muscle memory, visual library. The more you do something, the easier it is. It's almost second nature. And if you want to see a really cool flower, I don't know if you like peonies, but I highly recommend on YouTube you look up. Let's see, I should. So yeah, if you just search Chris Garver peony tutorial, it pops up right at the top of Google. So real quick, and he, one of the best like in the world, Japanese style tattooist. He's phenomenal. her. So yeah, I just recently, he has one on koi fish, he has one on peonies, and one on Japanese skull, Japanese style skull. If you are a fan of any of those things, highly recommend checking his stuff out, those videos out. He busts out a koi fish in like no time. His sketching is insane, and it's scary because he does them so quickly, and he even says like he's doing it slowly, for the purpose of the video. So like it's not even as fast as he would normally do it, which is crazy. So what I'm going to do right now is just kind of copy these over and over. Paste it. To speed up this process. Thing. Copy those. 2 of them now. The beauty of digital art is I can do the copy, the one good petal I've done so far. Nice. It's out. And then merge these, and instead of doing them all just one over and over again, this way, faster to get. Okay, see, and definitely not a perfect circle that I've done. Out. So here's where it's going to go. Now. Okay. Keys on the key. Now, there, I think. There's a lot of layers in this folder right now, so slight issue. Stuff. But I don't know. I'm saying. Yeah, tracing for the purpose of learning is acceptable. Using references is highly encouraged at all times. Tracing is good for learning. Don't trace like professional like art. Say it's art. Don't trace art for like commissions. That's never a good idea. It's in some serious trouble. But and if you're trying to learn something new and it's just not clicking, perfectly acceptable to copy someone's work that you know know did it well, or you really like the way they did it, trying to figure out how they did it. These are acceptable to for learning purposes. Oh. Ever to like turn in work, that is a no-no. Never for commissions, even schoolwork. Definitely not schoolwork either. That can't put your something. It's never. Like you could post it, I suppose, with the caveat saying, "Oh yeah, I'm practicing." If you copied like someone's art, definitely include their name. I don't know if I would even post it if I copied it. But again, if you do, you should always credit the person you're working from so that they don't find it or someone doesn't assume you did it. That's never having someone think did something that you didn't. So I can do that. Notice. Word is not best for certain. Okay. And I'm not really worried about how weird some of this bottom bit is. Because these are the back pedals. I cover them with other pedals. It's not a huge deal. Alright, so there we have the back pedals started thing, and we did it fairly quickly considering how many pedals there are. So now it's going to be a little bit more difficult. So it's going to be on a separate layer, so it's easier for me to erase bits. Now what I want to do is going to be very similar to these. Slightly shorter pedal, going to be between them. And I might just do what I did before and copy it. Slightly shorter. I like that bit here. And again, yeah, I'm just gonna tape. So yeah, it'll be a lot easier. And then farther apart. That and get it. And you see that they're just slightly shorter, not a whole heck of a lot short. Right now it looks very kind of confusing. All the overlapping lines. We'll take care of that before we move into the next part of the pedal work. Alright, so grab that thing, slide it over. Alright. Well, shorter than there. Adjust the pedals again. Short. That. Oh. All I want to follow two. That just touch the line. Because this isn't a perfect circle, these are going to be slightly different for each pedal. One looks too high and it was touching, and the other one was middle high, but not too. No. All okay. Not all. That one. Duplicate. These layers. I think this might be our last copy. Nope. Yeah. This is our and just use a few of these. Circle again perfectly. Second. All right. Here. Slightly higher up. So this is kind of slow, but it's a heck of a lot faster than drawing each individual pedal, I think. Nice thing about digital art, you kind of adjust work on the fly with a lot faster. Copy things like over again instead of not being able to do that with traditional art stuff. This one is right probably about the spot. So let's grab it. Let's get here. More. Here we go. So then this one. All right. So together. Just gonna get second. This one. And use this one. So that I can easily they were getting a little too close, they probably would have been overlapping. Oh well, I'm done. Okay, so then was done. So click done or was here. Back to when I started off. Alright. Yeah. Okay. So already we have a heck of a lot. We have the D10. Not once. Said that if we don't start erasing some rule, still there. So let's go here. Why not? And start using our answer here. Wait. Odd-ish. Alright. Amazing how overlapping things can already add depth some. By going in setting out bits, getting a little bit of depth. Oh, it's a pretty flat. It's still pretty flat. Definite improvement. So the pedals should have been on separately. To center pod thing. Call it a pod. Probably sound. So that one here. Far out. A whole heck of a lot too far up. So fine. I mean, I don't even really need to because it's covered by a set of pedals. So let's do it. Because of how they are layered, it's going to cover. Sometimes it takes a second. I think certain thing. Close. All right. That. See, it already kind of looks. Like got a little bit more depth to it. Crazy start. This is something that like pedals on Sunflowers do have up shape. They start off like rounded and layer out, flatten out. Watch them. I don't think. What I meant to do is delete stuff on the layer. So that. So that's the problem, is that second side. Bad. We'll find out, I guess. Yeah. Pretty close together, but that's they're getting shorter and smaller. All that fun stuff. So these are like considerably shorter than the last set I did. I think that's just gonna kind of keep happening. Like it'll be a little bit more significant, shorter. These were pretty. We'll call these older, so they're a little bit more closer. Whereas the significant step down. Now let's. Hopefully that makes sense. Where we're good. And again, have to be. Touch other ones. Some I don't. All of that is fine. The flower. It's not something that's. Break it down. One's pretty close to touching. Touched. I don't like how close to touching it is. So touching. Touching. This is where, again, I have to kind of go. But the last one was pretty much where they needed to be. This one, I think. Just again. Certain parts. Closer to where me. Sometimes digital art is not nearly as exciting. Can be. That's what. Some of these are the not there. So it just kind of compounded the problem of being a little too close, and then shifted. So these look all right. Got a little funky over. This is why. This is gonna be like. Drop it. Select. See if rotating. Yeah. Sometimes it gets a little fun. All right, so then. Yeah, my keyboard is like board. Oh, hello. Hi. Stopping in. I am working on some a flower right now. So I've been doing dogs and flowers. I want to do some designs. There's not a lot of options out there for designs for pit bull, Stafford, like American pit bull, Staffordshire Terrier type dogs that aren't like mean looking. Yeah. All right. I am listening. Yes, it is. Yeah, that's a. I don't know why I forgot. I've used it. I know it's there. That would have been a really good use of that. Would have been really smart. I appreciate it. Uh, yeah. Uh, yeah, I can't believe I totally spaced on that. I guess it's because I was like it's a flower. I wasn't thinking about necessarily being super symmetrical. I've used it fairly recently, actually, for, drawing R. I can't believe I totally spaced on that. Yeah, yeah. I don't know why I totally did it. Makes perfect sense. This would be a perfect time for it since it's like a straight on V flower. Far enough. Uh, no, for this one, I'm like this is the line work. Honestly, it's not super clean right now. It's on separate layers, so I'll erase all of this junk. I'll erase some of the overlapping. I think this is maybe not. I'll do it for the next layer of petals. That'll probably now it's not gonna line up. Uh, that'll work out. So as they get in here, we can see. So, so on, down. Yeah, I'll do it. Honestly, I don't know. It just did not occur to me for some reason that I'm doing a symmetrical flower use that, would have been so much faster. I hate when I forget things like that. Simple thing. Simple things that yeah. Again, it's because it's not like a mechanical thing. Oh, thank you. Something in nature, it doesn't seem in my head that I think that's what it was. I hate that it always does that, starts playing immediately when I go to like see why. Uh, so some of these are picked up. Things got a little. Again, something that would have been easily avoided had I used. Gotta laugh about it. Happened. It's over. Who's fixing it now? Funny when stuff like that. Yeah. Now, like, it's so unsymmetrical that if I were to try and use symmetry to it would not line up. Okay, so let's. Oh, that's because those are the. Yeah, okay. Lined up with the other pedal inside the. See them? Always a simpler solution. What it comes down to. If there's a hard way to do it, sometimes you just have to do it the hard way. Totally space. That one got funky. All right. So now, back up. So, down. Real quick and just out. too far. Okie dokie. There. All right. Is that wolf? Looks like. Okay. For the heck of it. Actually, yeah. There we go. Definitely don't want it up to 10 now. Makes so much sense. Alright. Down. It's in the weird spot. Always just slide it. I don't hate that. If I had started with this, it would be way more helpful than it is now. I have to try and that's all right. I'm just gonna let's undo this. I like this one though, so I'm gonna keep the nice one that I made. Just kind of rotate that one around. Since you're here, it's super weird. Is there a way to make the eraser work with the symmetry ruler? I know you can literally just instead of using an eraser, you can use the paint with transparency, and that works. But just out of curiosity, I figured I'd ask. Not that it really matters because I have to change the settings all the time. It's messed up. Or do. Five. See, there we are.
Hello. Hey Zan. Look at my screen real quick. Let me mute your thingy. Are you looking? Zan, can you hear me? I can't hear you. Oh my god. I am deaf. Ah, there we go.
Okay.
Look at my screen. Right. Okay. So,
Okay.
electrical ruler. Right. Let's talk about this.
It's like it's
Right.
too loud.
New layer. Right.
Oh, there we go.
New symmetrical ruler. Right. The number of lines, you can change it right here. Right.
Yeah.
So usually for like things like flowers or something, right? I would use this 16, right? The
Yeah,
lines.
using full.
I'd go with like let's say my pen or like my inking brush, right? If you plan to like do things like this would be like a lot better and like easier to do and stuff. Like look at these interesting shapes, right? Now for erasing them, um, what I would do, right, is like press X, right? So you see the color palettes in the sides, right? They change if you
Yeah.
press X. If you press C, you're gonna go to like the transparent box, which is basically whatever the brush you're using, right?
Yeah.
And then it would take the same properties as it, and then it would also like erase the other parts of like the thing. Right? I don't know if you can see that clearly, right?
Yeah.
Let's try it on ink. Right, so let's say black ink, right? Something like that, right? If I press C, it would go to this transparent thingy, right? So whatever I erase, it's gonna like do the same properties or something as it. There you go. Does that
Cool.
answer your question?
Yeah.
Hi, cool. Looking forward to like your work.
Thanks. Yeah.
Looking good so far.
I appreciate
Oh, sorry, I was late.
that. No worries. Yeah, no, just sometimes you forget things, super simple things. Boop.
So yeah, you can do some very crazy ass things with this thing, man. Look at that, right? That's cool.
Yeah, that's super neat. Yeah, I need to get in the habit of using it. I don't think about
Oh man, that looks like a PP
it.
now. Nobody saw that. It's fine. Anyway, right, there you go.
That was the first thing I thought. Same thing as you said.
But yeah, very, very interesting stuff over here. Like, look at this, right? That's crazy. Right? Look at all of the like random details that you can add on, and it looks mesmerizing and beautiful and shit.
Yeah.
If you like start with this, right, and then record your thingy over here that by the time lapse, it looks amazing, dude. So
Cool.
you can definitely like have fun with the symmetric ruler stuff. It's really great, great fun stuff. Right? Anyway, there we go.
Awesome.
Ooh, awesome. Yeah. Right. Let's go back to our live 2D model. Zan, look at this thing. America.
Oh, nice. That's great.
Ah, how's your stream going so far, man? Is everything Gucci?
Yeah. There we go. Get it. Hard to get the sound. I definitely should have just used those. But live you learn. Still look on. So much easier. But it all comes to you live, you learn. Hopefully. Two minutes. Race the other one. I think this will be a setup. Just for my own sanity. So that'll work there, I think. So, other side of that. All right. And start together. here, it's not quite that much. Put all this stuff. Stat. Play more. Especially with cool flowers. Sense. Sunflower is a perfect one to do it with. They're like perfect. They're like nature's mandala. It's one of them. Need that. Go. Up. Bits here. Little line. Anymore. Slightly small. Transparent. Okay. This one. Smaller ones. we go. Flower. So now, we to kind of give it a depth. Sure. Hate that. Definitely would. Another really nice thing. Visual art. Oh, I accidentally deleted the layer. I can bring it back. So, oh, something really interesting about most of them. Kind of roll off. Petals are kind of, yeah, I don't know. Hard to give them a little bit of depth here, I'm just gonna roll these. Front flaps, maybe. Down the side. Roll. View changes. So dope. Then we go back into let's do I just pretend you know what you're doing. Explaining, I guess. We're looking at it straight on, turning on here. Uh, so that gives it a little bit of a something. And it's just kind of trembling. That's why I describe that. Just a bunch of seed. So we can work this now. Alright, so for this one, I will use so, alright, so now size of it. Possible. Out middle-ish of that, and then mess up the rest of it. Doesn't have to be super clean. That line on the line. I'm gonna try shooting the other. Which is fine. It's kind of fun that I don't know, symmetrical in some like air. think what's really interesting is that the eraser does not paint with transparency. Thing. Same. But also, here's selection. Select something. Selection. Stop. Symmetry. Not necessarily. Actually, on that layer, I could just almost make myself. One separate layer, I can just erase. Center bit, it's close to the center circle-ish shape. Center. What? 7 right. Hmm. Amazing how much faster. Right to it. It almost looks right. There we go. Lord. Since I ran out of coffee. I don't know who else has that problem, but get into something and I won't eat. I won't drink. I won't eat. I won't know how long, like how much time has passed. Total mystery. All of a sudden, it's 8 o'clock, or like 3 or 4 hours later. I mean, that's a pretty nice looking sunflower, I would say. Let's see. Not pretty large. Large. I don't know. Doesn't always do it. Like, I think that's the weird. It doesn't always. Size. Shut. Spin. Similar petal, leaf shape to a rose. So bad. I hate that. Just gonna do that a little bit. Okay. Oh, I'm not. It's like too bad. Seeing the separate layer. Smart person. do it. All right. At some point, I'm going to put these things together and this. Maybe I should. Lines on the other. It's close. Let's see what that will wait. That'll do. Which one? Oh, I know. All the importance of master layers. Which is fine. Anyway. Time for me to go get something to eat. We're almost 3. Had a coffee. Haven't had anything. Anyway, did one. Did just did the 3 flowers today. Attention, and I wasn't using the ruler or the sunflower. Could have gotten much more done. Anyway, appreciate everyone stopping in. You guys have been awesome. Appreciate it. Hopefully, see you next time. Until then, again, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Appreciate those people who followed me today. All that fun stuff. Stream Saturdays, 10 a.m. Pacific time. So, yeah. Thanks for stopping in, and I hope you have a great day. Maybe I'll see you next Saturday.